Mike Jones Beats.
Salute to the homie Frost, man. Pulled up on the kid, man. Little bite, chopped it up, one-on-one, grown man shit. Now this man know I ain't a fucking troll no more. Salute to Frost, man. Hold your head. Stay positive, brother. Fuck them haters, man.
Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up two fingers and tell them, please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. He got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. The conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? Unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold goats over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags? That was one of those situations where I had the mic down and I said a whole bunch of good shit. So we're going to have to start this back over. And I'm just going to start from where I'm at right now. How's everybody doing today? As we've already seen, or we've spoken about on this channel previously, Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted of all charges. I told y'all that this was going to happen. First of all, I told y'all that this was going to happen, and I told y'all that in the Armin Aubrey case, that at least 2 people was going to be found guilty, and 1 person might be able to escape. I don't think anybody is, but I told you in this case, Kyle Rittenhouse was going to be found guilty. And I still stand by the same remarks that I said previously. Do not get into an uproar. Do not go crazy. Do not get upset. This is not a black and white problem as people might think. This is actually a case going against vigilantism. That's the thing that we have going on in America. As we talk about white supremacy, and everybody thinks white supremacy has to deal with white people directly doing something to black people, they don't understand what white supremacy actually is. It's a system that's put in place to prevent some people from rising to the top and bullying other people up to the top who are less qualified. These are probably aspects of it that gets lost in time. But I want to explain something. And the first thing I want to say is there's a show on Netflix. I need everybody to watch it. It's Watchmen on Netflix, the series. The reason why I'm trying to explain why this is so important is because the series was literally about vigilantism. And it actually spoke about one particular hero at that time who was a black hero called the Hood, who masqueraded and everybody thought he was a white hero. So since he was perceived to be a white hero, he was treated a certain way. Whereas if he was known to be a black hero, then he wouldn't have that same support behind him. So what is really happening? What's really on trial when they let Kyle Rittenhouse go? Remember, Kyle Rittenhouse did not shoot black people. He shot human beings. And that's the way in the concept that we need to keep it at. When we kill black on black people, it's human beings. Let's talk about crime. It's a systemic issue in a certain area that causes for those people to commit crimes against one another. Whatever their race is not important. The fact that human beings are dying is. This is the energy that we need to start having. That energy. So when I see Kyle Rittenhouse being acquitted, I'm going to say, well, OJ was acquitted also. This is not this situation where we should go crazy. Because while those people were shot and killed by Kyle Rittenhouse, and they're saying that he's not accountable for those particular actions, or he's not going to be held accountable for those particular actions for whatever the reasons might be. There are other people who have also been killed and didn't show up to a place to create mayhem. And I think that that's the point that they're allowing for him to get away with the vigilantism. I'll name another person that died from vigilantism. Or should I say, we're at the 8-minute mark, going on the 9-minute mark. Let's do roll call. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm hoping everybody had a good night. That was an extremely long monologue, and that's why I just cut it short. Because I could talk about that forever. Until we decide, and when I say we, once again, it's we. Until we decide, the competent individuals and people, whatever race, whatever religion, whatever demographic that you are a part of, that believe that good should be the dominant thing, that good should prevail. Until enough of us believe that and act on it, all types of things is going to happen. First of all, just to be fair to all parties involved, precincts were being burned down, buildings was being burned down, car dealerships were being burned down. I don't know about this particular situation with what, but there was a lot of violence that was going on, and this was a 15-year-old kid. My issue was always going to be he shouldn't have been there with an assault rifle. That's always going to be my issue and my stance from the beginning. Because when you put a 15-year-old kid in a situation like that with a deadly weapon, what else do you expect to happen? I just want them to treat ours like that also. Get it? I just want them to treat ours like that. When we know that that young boy wouldn't have been there to do that thing if he wasn't sent on a dummy mission. We all know what dummy missions look like. Let's stop acting like we don't. Kyle Rittenhouse, in my opinion, obviously, I would have went differently, at least with the evidence or the what I know about the case. Maybe if I'm sitting in the trial, I think different. I think very differently that I think different. Let's get to the actual show, because there's other stuff that we got to talk about. We still got to talk about young Dolph. I want to be clear on something, and this just goes to the gang violence that happens. There has to be an understanding that when certain people get killed, when certain people are lost, when a person is at a certain level and they're lost, that the pain is going to be different. So the reaction and response is going to be stronger. So sometimes when you see your enemy, it's not about taking your enemy off the planet. We have to think like that less. When we think like that less, then we'll be able to solve some of these and mend some of these fences. But as long as people are killing people on both sides constantly, that pain is never going to subside. So when I look at Memphis right now, I see Memphis turning into another Chicago soon. Just shooting on both sides. Let's hope that that doesn't happen. Let's hope that cooler heads somehow prevail. At this point, we don't even know all of the details. We don't know. The streets know. No, we out here in the world. We don't know. We don't know all the details. I saw a YouTube content creator from Memphis out there in the street getting some footage. Salute to the brother. I'm not 100% sure what his name was. It just went past me. If I knew what his name was, I call him out. Salute to the brother. If I find the content again, I'm gonna show y'all. But I saw somebody out there getting the information. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Because people want to talk about how this person and that person, how y'all gonna talk about it, y'all not here. Well, have you support your local YouTube content creators. Support your local influencer. Y'all want y'all cities and y'all want to blow up and y'all want to get bigger and y'all want people, support your local influencer. When you see your influencers, stop treating them like, nah, don't fuck with them niggas. Support your local influencer. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the guys that's over you and in the seats over y'all that you're trying to get to, they're supporting the influencers on their level. You know how I know for a fact? They keep doing interviews with them niggas. Support your local influencer. Stop condemning people that's going to be able to put you on a pedestal. Support your local influencer. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. He says, yo, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Very happy to have you in here tonight. Tell Mrs. Foot in the Ass and the expecting Foot in the Ass. I said, what's up? We already know what it is. Our brother Foot in the Ass Entertainment is expecting. Let's throw some baby stuff all in the chat. Let him know how much we appreciate him. He's up in here. Shout out to BBNNETWORK. BBNNETWORK, that guy, he's incredible. He says, that's me, by the way. He says, welcome. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, everybody. We got 50 people in here right now. Let's send out some notifications for our brothers and sisters that might not know we live. What up, Jay Hodges? He says, salute, Jack, BB and fam. Salute. You already know what it is. What up, E. Simmons? Says, hit that like button, please. You know what? E. Simmons has the best ideas. How you doing today, baby girl? What up, Cynthia Sardersfield? She says, salute, Jack Frost. BB and family salutes. How you doing? You already know. Who else we got up in here real quick? What up, Bear? How you doing, Bear? He's throwing up all of them force. What up, St. Louis Finest? Says salute. Also throwing up force. Funny ass said I was about to call you. Call me. Oh, because the damn value. Yo, I'm going to let y'all know. That shit that I said when I first came on, that shit was gold. Does anybody know how to read lips? Does somebody go back and read the... Hey, does anybody know how to read lips? What up, Arthur D Glass? For everybody that's trying to comment, the reason why you probably cannot comment is because on this channel you can only comment if you are a member. To become a member to the channel, it only costs $2 a month. That's less than $3 a day, 3 cents a day. Pardon me. It's like 1 cup of coffee for the whole month. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna buy Jack 1 cup of coffee every month. That's how much it costs us to subscribe to the channel. With that being said, that's less than a cup of coffee if we going to Starbucks. I went to Starbucks the other day. I asked for a regular, like just a regular damn coffee. Them mofos, it came up to like 2 and change. I said, for regular? Coincidentally, Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts have like the same prices. Oh man. Anyway, I don't think nobody's gonna get that joke. Cynthia Sardisfield said, my issue is my mom drove my underage son in the assault. Right? Yes, that's. Thank you very much. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Cal Rittenhouse killed those people because he pulled the trigger. But the people who really killed those people was the individuals that had that young boy there with an assault rifle or whatever kind of gun he had. I'm not gonna freaking go back and forth with anybody over what kind of gun. It was a big gun that shoot big bullets. How about that? Out there where they already knew that there were gonna be riots, where they already knew that there were gonna be angry adults. This is a 15-year-old kid. You put him in a situation where his brain probably can't even understand the ramifications of what he was in. They sent him on a dummy mission, y'all. Everybody knows what's going on with that. Should he have been arrested? Yes. Should he have been found guilty? As far as the evidence that I know of, I would have found him guilty. But I would also think other people also should be held accountable. If we going to rob a bank and you the driver, they don't just put me in jail. They put you in jail too. Tell me where I'm wrong. Right? If we going to rob a bank, you the driver. We get caught. It's not like they're going to say, hey, well, we know that person was there. They was driving the car, but dang it, they didn't go in the building. No, they're not going to say any of those things. You're going to be just as in trouble with the rest of us. So what the... Could we hit that like button and send out some notification, or is that just the haters running in and out of the room with different accounts real quick, hitting the hate button? Let's go check it out real quick. I'm curious. Hold on. I got a call a drop too. I just saw it. Bear's in here. You got to tell me to look. You can hear my phone is dead. Not dead. It's not the volume is down. Just 2.0. Shout out to Just 2.0 joining the BBN gang. Now you can stop texting me, rat bastard. Shout out to the 12 rat bastards that hit the dislike button. Now you can stop texting me during the show. Motherfucker. This guy's texting me during the show every 5 minutes. Hold on, I'm about to call that up. Let me put this in. I know I'll be needing a second every couple of minutes. That was a good 20 minutes. I needed a second. I know I gotta get this shit together. Also, shout out to Beer with the dub drop. Okay, so I don't know who this is. I don't know. I don't know who this is that's texting me. But it better not be who I think it is, man. Stop texting me if that's who I think it is. What the fuck, yo? Also, don't text me during the show. You shouldn't be texting me. You should be in here part of the green team, you rat bastard. Stop texting me during the show. Shout out to Beard with the dub drop. He said, let's go. Who's next? Beard pulls all the way up to the saloons. As he walks through the door, you can hear the creak of the wood panel floors. The building shifts from one side to the other gradually. It feels like the moon is collapsing. Anyway, Cynthia Sortisfield said the day the prosecutor brought in evidence that was omitted by the judge trying to get a mistrial, I was done. First of all, this was not a real trial. This was never going to be a real trial. What I mean by that is, I don't think that this is the type of trial that could have been done fairly on either side for any reason. I don't think it could have been done fairly. I think because of the way that the climate is in America right now, people's feelings are so strong about. People forget why the riots even happened. It was because of Jacob Blake. Do you understand that? When we talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, people are even really talking about the fact that this whole thing happened was because Jacob Blake got killed in the freaking by the police officer when the car got pulled over. Right? People forget about that, right? Just 2.0 is doing all the emojis. Shout out to Just 2.0. Right? People forget about that. That's the point I'm trying to make. People forget about that. This was over Jacob Blake having it. Jacob Blake was pulled over by the lady. She shot him, right? She got right, and that's why everybody was upset and in an uproar, right? People's feelings were so strong that this was gonna be effed up one way or the other. It was one way or the other. It was gonna be lopsided. That's my point. I never expected for this to be a real trial. One way or the other, it was gonna be lopsided. I think that we have to. I don't know. Maybe I just look at the world differently. I just say, you know what? There's checks and balances, right? So what we're not realizing is 2019, even though COVID was happening, we were winning. 2018, even though all of the people, we started winning. The energy of America started shifting. We started winning. So there has to be a system of checks and balances because that's just the way the universe works. So we're gonna take a couple of losses, and this isn't even one of our losses on a actual level. This is a peripheral loss. This is a loss by relation. But once again, I think that the people that drove him there and enabled him with the weapons and didn't look over him to make sure that he wasn't overcome or he wasn't overwhelmed, emotionally more than anything else. He's 15 years old. He's 15 years old. That's crazy. Shout out to D Glass with the $5 drop. What did the five fingers say to the face? He says, smacking random haters. There's random haters everywhere. We're gonna smack them. They don't know they're getting smacked until after the smacking happens. We're gonna smack them to the left of us. We're gonna smack them to the right of us. Oh man, Just 2.0 said, Jack, can I send you something that pertains to the young Dolph? Absolutely. Someone from his team talking about how he just approached Empire to go half, or did the whole deal label. Look, listen, hold on, slow down. We could talk about young Dolph. Let's do young Dolph. All of this is open. Everything in the title is open. Alright? It's just there's no way I was gonna make a video tonight where Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't the main subject. That just was not gonna happen. a lot of times we make videos and we put titles, we got to put it for a reason. They're always trying to distract us, right? So that means that even if we're going to talk about the thing that that's being used to distract us, or that is actually distracting us at the moment, I don't care. The title of my video is going to be about the thing we should be talking about. We're going to talk about that shit first. So whenever anybody goes back to the video, they're going to understand this was what should also have been discussed, even though we're also going to talk about the thing that is distracting us at the moment. Because, you know, I like being distracted sometimes too. That's a whole fact. Being distracted could be a good thing. Anyway, point being, send it to me. This is what I want to say about the empire thing that I keep hearing people talk about. I don't know nothing about that. I hear people talking about this. But we have to stop with all of the everything is in a conspiracy theory. Sometimes people could be arguing and some random shit over there could happen that don't got nothing to do with the argument that people having. I'm not saying that this is what's going on. I'm saying we need more proof. Just because somebody is on the internet talking about a thing doesn't make that thing what happened. That doesn't make that thing fact. It doesn't. I know we like to believe that sometimes, but it doesn't. Think about it like this. Shout out the OG product. This is not a diss. This is not a slight on him. I just have to use him as an example because he's somebody that we know do it a lot. Imagine if all of the videos that OG product made were real. Or imagine, better yet, somebody thought every single thing that OG product, every video that he made, all of them clickbait titles was real. That's the way the shit is. Sometimes people just get on here, they be talking, man. They don't be knowing what they talking about. They hear something and it sounds good, and you know. We could talk about the thing and without saying that the thing is real. And I think that that's the problem that people have sometimes. They don't understand. We could talk about a thing without saying that that thing is real. We could talk about the thing because that thing is just, you know, something to discuss rather than because it's an actual fact. Just 2.0 said, nah, this is not a conspiracy. He really had a close relation with guys and also had enough money to buy a label. If he turned down 22 million, that's mean he's breaking bank. People will fear someone like him. No, I'm not saying that that isn't what happened. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy or not. What I'm saying is that two things could be true. That's it. You understand? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying two things can be true. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. But we can discuss a thing without saying a thing is a fact. I think that that sometimes is what is a problem or issue people have. They think because you talk about a thing or you discuss a thing that you have to be saying that that thing had to have definitively happened. When in reality, you could just be talking about the circumstances that could possibly make a thing come into fruition. Hit that like button. We got 73 people in, man. Send some notifications out. You already know the haters is. I can't even see the dislike button, but you already know that shit is ripped right now. The dislike button is benching. It's benching. I don't know how much the dislike button is benching. Send it to me. Just 2.0. Send it to me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting right now. Send it. What are you talking about? You said you're gonna send the thing right away. Let's go. Think about it like this. If the people that hit the dislike button would have hit the like button, y'all be at 50 likes already. Y'all be almost, y'all only need 100 more for the damn thing to turn on. Try to tell you. Alright, let's go. The other topic that we have up for discussion also, so everybody knows, the Travis Scott situation. So we also have that up for discussion. So if y'all want to talk about the Travis Scott situation in the chat, we could also do that. Copy. So we also talking about Travis Scott. Okay, so and just so everybody know about that, why that's such a big deal. There's one person that has only one. I think there's one person that has a lawsuit, just themselves, and I think they suing like for 750 million or some shit like that. So that's what I was trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna win 750 million. You understand what I'm saying? Them by themselves, not, but they could possibly get 200 or 150. You understand what I'm saying? If the point in which I'm trying to make is, I don't have the slightest idea. They're not trying to sue Travis Scott. I'm going to say this again. They're trying to sue the Kardashians. All right? That's what all of this is about. The lawyers are suing the Kardashians. I don't know why the thing happened. I'm not saying that's the thing, and no, I have no conspiracy. I don't have, yo, they going after Travis Scott. They wanted to kill people at his concerts. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, I'm not even talking about that. What I'm saying is, after the fact, the lawyers are now going after the Kardashian money. Just so we could be clear, if y'all didn't know, the Kardashians have a show that's coming up, and all of the scenes that had Travis Scott in it, they cut. They cut all of Travis Scott's scenes from the new Kardashian jump off that's coming out. They cut all of his scenes. Travis Scott also has been said not to even be going outside, so they keeping him isolated and away from everybody. If you notice, every time something happens with any males that's involved in the Kardashian family, they always get isolated. Next thing you know, we don't see these dudes for 5-6 months. I'm just saying this is a factual statement. So what I'm saying is that this is just one of the this is commonplace in which they've used whenever they have an issue going on publicly. They go disappear. So boom. Also, he was supposed to do a concert for 5.5 million, and he dubbed it. One show, but mind you. Wait, so what's that? A freaking 2-hour set? Not even a 2-hour set. Damn, he's not Madonna and Michael Jackson. My neck is fucked up. I slept bad the other night, and so I laughed and coughed at the same time. That shit ain't work. He's not he's not an incredible like 2-hour set. That's he dying from heated jaws or something. So a 45-minute, maybe an hour set. He was gonna get $5.5 million from some Saudi prince or some shit. He dubbed it. So that leads me to believe that his problems with money is can't be solved with $5.5 million at this point. So these guys are in trouble. I don't know what to tell you. They saying that the lawsuits are amounting up to now at $5.5 million. So like I said before, they suing the Kardashians. They're not suing Travis Scott. They suing the Kardashians. Because what they're gonna find out is that the people that was actually the organizers of the event and had the final word was probably people that work for the Kardashians. Watch, that's what you're gonna find out. They're suing the Kardashians. They're not suing him. The fuck? He don't got $2 billion. You could sue him for $2 billion all day and win. What the fuck they gonna do? How they gonna get it? You understand what I'm saying? He's gonna have nothing forever, but they can't get the money. You understand what I'm saying? You don't do that to somebody unless you're just trying to dub them. You're just trying to get them up out of there. You sue them for more money than they have, then they end up winning and having to pay you more money than they could possibly get because you just want to ruin them. You understand what I'm saying? But these people don't all want to ruin Travis Scott. They want the money. So yeah, that's just my take on that. They suing the Kardashians. They're not really suing Travis Scott. Kardashians is worth how many billions? How many billions? Like two of them is like worth like more than a billion themselves, right? Allegedly, Kim is worth $1 billion, and allegedly, Homegirl is worth $1 billion, right? Um, uh, uh, Kendall, I don't know them. I don't know their names. I don't know that. I don't know their names. It's like the only other name I could think of right now. But you know which one I'm talking about. Shout out to Mocha. She said, "What's up, party people? Happy Friday. Happy Friday." Put it in the chat what y'all want to talk about. For everybody that's wondering how you could become a member, real quick, I'll show everybody right now while we take a quick break. I'll show everybody right now what you could do if you want to become a member. Also, I'm going to put the chat in the comment section. I'm going to put the chat on the screen now. If you want to become a member, all you have to do is go to a page. Go to any page of ours. This is our main page right here. We Are Culture, BBN, 61K subscribers. You hit the join button. After you hit the join button, you're going to see 3 levels where you could become members. Right here, you could be BBN Gang, a bag swinger, or you could carry rags with bricks in them. You hit either which one of these 3, then you click the join button. After you hit the join button, a thing is going to come up. I'm not going to let y'all see what the thing is on my screen because it's going to probably have information pertaining to my credit card. Shout out to that shit. I'm just going to get that off the screen real quick. So if you want to become a member, that's how you do it. $2 a month. So that's basically you buy me 1 cup of coffee a day. 1 cup of coffee over the whole month.
I mean, like, that's crazy. But like, I'm not gonna buy that guy Jack Frost no coffee. What are you talking about? He got too much caffeine already. Anyway, Mocha says, bro, I just heard today that AT&T is being sued also for live streaming a concert. They have $1 trillion company from reports. My dude, every single person is about to be sued. Every single. What was one of the first things I told y'all? I said, Joe, you do know they're gonna also be suing the people that do business with Travis Scott, right? They're gonna also be suing the people that do business with Travis Scott. If you was doing business at that place and they was okay, so hold on. Listen, I got a pop up. I got a venue. We got a pop up shop thing going, right? So you wanna buy a table or something, right? But you're not just buying a table, a spot to put a table. You say, you know what? I want to partially invest because you also doing something else with it. So if I partially invest, so I don't only bring a table, but I'm also part of putting the event together because I'm going to put so much money into the thing to make the thing actually work because we're going to make this shit big. So that's basically what AT&T is doing. That's basically what anybody that was there that was selling anything is doing. Now AT&T directly, because they was broadcasting it. Now they become not just a part of, you know, they also become complicit with sending. Like they could have cut the. Remember, they was tapping on the dude with the cameras. Who you think hold the cameras? I'm guessing whoever's broadcasting this shit over the whatever the internet is, right? So they're saying that their people was directly told, and we have proof. This is the person talking to the cameraman. Do you understand how much money is about to exchange hands on this? When I first, think about this. Think about this. When we first talked about this, I jokingly and kind of like, tongue-in-cheekingly said $1 billion. They had $2 billion right now. This is a lawsuit, homie. This ain't somebody buying a Fortune 500 company. This is lawsuits. 2 billion. This is lawsuits. This is lawsuits. Lawsuits. $2 billion. You could buy islands for like a couple hundred thousand. You could buy islands for a couple hundred thousand. Homie. Somebody just bought their agent an island the other day. I forgot who it was. Some like sports guy, some shit. You could buy an island for like a couple hundred thousand. Y'all know this, right? You don't need millions of dollars to own an island. These dudes is getting sued for over $2 billion. Do you understand how much money that is? I put it in the comprehension of land. So I don't even want to talk about it. This shit is crazy. Travis Scott and them dudes is finished. I don't know what to tell you. They finished. Somebody's gonna have to bite the bullet. Somebody's gonna have to go down. What do y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What do y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. And I do got coffee, you rat bastards. All you red bastards out there. You have no ideas what's going on out here in these worlds. Mocha said, my bad, it was Apple, not AT&T. I don't know who, yeah, it was Apple. I don't know who it was, but it was Apple. Actually, I read that too. Actually, I did read that too. It was Apple. Shout out to Apple. Oh, man. See, wouldn't happen if Steve Jobs was still alive. Travis Scott Travis Scott makes money for a lot of people. He makes a lot of companies richer. He's a very powerful person. That's why when I saw Meek Mill's beefing with him, I was like, that shit don't even make sense. when Meek Mills and Travis Scott had that argument at whatever that party was, I saw a lot of people looking at Meek and mad at. It don't even make sense for Meek to argue with Travis. Now, pardon me, for Travis to argue with Meek. Travis is powerful, yo. Not that Meek is nothing to sneeze at. I'm not trying to disrespect Meek at all. Believe me, I'm not saying that. Travis is powerful. Travis sells food at McDonald's, homie. Regular food that McDonald's sell all year long. Travis Scott puts his name on the meal and it goes out and it sells out. Regular shit. I mean, they don't even do nothing different. They just get the same meal that they sell every other day of the year and just put Cactus Jack on the bitch. And it quadruples in sales and numbers. This is retarded. This guy's powerful. This shit is retarded. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This shit is retarded. You know how I feel about y'all sending me YouTube videos. You know I'm not gonna watch a YouTube video while we on live. Why you gonna send me a YouTube video, homie? You know I'm not gonna watch it while we on live. Maybe I need to change that policy though, honestly. Let me look and see what it is. Oh, I seen this. This what I think it is? No, I did not see this. What the fuck is this? Oh no, I seen the I don't know what to do with that. 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 I know what to do with this though. I don't know what to do with that though. Hold on, let me explain. Yes, Travis Scott. Oh, Travis Scott got kicked off of freaking Fortnite like almost immediately. And there's another endorsement that Travis Scott also lost. Travis Scott got kicked off of Fortnite like almost immediately. Immediately. Those guys was not playing. Sports Night is a kid's game. They cannot play with none of this. Remember, as Fortnite's base, Fortnite is for children. It's just something that us men are kind of grown kids. The best men is grown kids. Not answering. The best men is grown kids. So the one busting back at the car was Dolph homie security, and they arrested him at the spot. Yeah, because I'm assuming he didn't go nowhere. He stayed with the body, right? Like he should, right? Right? Should have stayed with the body, right? So he shouldn't have went nowhere in all honesty. It is what it is at that point. What they gonna say? I believe Tennessee, you're allowed to have firearms in Tennessee as long as the dude wasn't a felon. They were shooting at us. What you talking about? Shot back, nigga. On that energy. What you talking about? Nah, they were shooting at us. Yeah, I shot back. It's on camera. What, I ain't gonna stay and lie to you? My life was in danger. What do you mean? They shot at us first? My man is dead, homie. So yeah, like that. Did you see these dudes? Check these guys out. These are the dudes that was shooting at the vigil. Shout out to Justin. These are the dudes that was shooting at the vigil. Ooh, listen. Yeah, that's cool. These are the dudes that was shooting at the vigil. Or at the memorial, pardon me. So, there's no telling what's going on nowadays. People's just doing what people do, yo. I'm just being honest with you. People just do what people do. There's really no telling. There's really never no telling. People just do what people do. Yo, put it like this. I want to get back to the other conversation, but let's stay here for 1 minute. I want to get back to the other conversation, but just stay here for 1 minute. Look, pay attention. Every rapper has some kind of weird business deals going through. Okay? Every rapper. So if any rapper died, you can always talk about some business deal that they had going on that's fishy and point to that and try to say, well, those people probably killed them. You could do that with any rapper. Sometimes things just happen. Not every single thing is a conspiracy. I'm not saying that this isn't some weirdo shit that happened. I'm not saying somebody wasn't out to get him. Obviously, somebody was out to get him. Remember, he moved out of his hometown. He moved to Atlanta. He was only in town because he was giving away 200 turkeys for Thanksgiving. So that means that people had time to know he was coming to town because guess what he did? He obviously broadcasted he was coming to town to give away some turkeys. So people could have just sat on wherever he was his frequent locations. 7 days prior to him getting killed, he went on live to talk about how much he liked that particular cookie shop. They could have just sat on they could have sat on the cookie shop. He's going to come here sooner or later. They could have followed him. Mocha said East Memphis not letting up. Oh, any of these things could have happened. I'm just saying it's not always a conspiracy. Especially if this rapper is in the street. He might just have some street beef going on. It's not always a conspiracy. It's not always some label trying to steal somebody's damn masters. Yes, he was first of all, his car was lit. He was a rapper. He's in town. He don't live in town. He lives somewhere else. He got his, come on, man. That shit is, niggas, you know niggas want to flex when they come back to their hood. You want to look good. Come on. I'm not even mad at him for that. I wish it was different also. But I can't tell you I wouldn't want to push that. That car's lit. You see the fucking the rap he got on that bitch? Seen the rap he had on that bitch? That car is flames. What up, Symbology Skinners? What you doing over here tonight, my brother? I hope everything's going well with you and yours. Just 2.0 said the time he went there 7 days prior, he was in a white pickup tinted out with the time. Yep. The time he went before, he was prepared for the shit. And he went this time and he wasn't prepared for the shit. It is what it is. Y'all just getting kicked right now, ain't y'all? Because I'm looking right at the fucking meter. Y'all just getting kicked like crazy. There's nothing I can do about it. All I can say is if you get kicked, come back. I'm not kicking you. There's nothing I can do about it. Just so you know, when you get hidden from a channel, they don't kick you off the channel. You just can't comment. You don't get kicked off the channel. They don't kick you out of the room. You're still in the room. So if you get kicked out of the room, that has nothing to do with me or anybody else giving you a timeout. I just want people to hiding you or blocking you or anything like that. I just want people to know that if you get kicked out of the room, that just has something to do with something totally different. That does not pertain to that. That has nothing to do with that. Just so everybody know. So if you get kicked out, it ain't me. That's what I'm trying to say. It has more to do with connectivity. What we talking about? Put it in the chat. Hit that like button. People is so pissed. Works for me. Mocha says, I heard Dolph was prepared or ready for whatever. He spoke too much about dying death before this. I'm going to say this much. First of all, what up, GT Massive? First of all, just so we could be clear, pay attention. Listen. Rappers in general that talk about death all the time, what happens to them? Name me some rappers that like talking about death. I'll name you some. XXX Tentacion, Juice WRLD, YNW Melly. Ah. All three of those guys talk about death all the time. Two of them talk about dying and the other one talk about killing. Two of them are dead and one of them is in jail. I have no idea why you just said Big L's name. I don't remember Big L talking about either which one of these things. While all rappers talk about killing in general, the way YNW Melly did it was different. I'm going to name another rapper that talks about killing. King Vaughn. What I'm trying to point out is when you talk about death for real, you talk that shit into existence one way or the other. So when I hear these rappers dying, I feel bad, but what kind of frequency was you putting out all that time? What kind of energy was you adding to the world? Because if you're telling me the energy you was added to the world was the energy that's conducive to have death, then that's the frequency that you was a part of. So I'm not surprised. It is what it is at that point. Am I supposed to be upset? Or, that you died or got injured or went to jail or whatever the case is? Or should I be celebrating that you got what you wanted? Because obviously this is what you wanted. Personally, I'm conflicted. He had a song called 100 Shots after he got shot at. I get that that's supposed to be a flex. I get it. Maybe I would have did it too. But we have to always be mindful of the energy that we put out into the universe. And that's why it's important to not meet hate with hate. That's why it's important to attempt to meet hate with love. Because we're trying to get love back from the universe. I had the wrong screen up this whole time. Depression caused by what drugs and what pills and who are you talking about? Actually nowadays some people just flex because if you don't flex, you just don't. You have to. You have to be. You have to. Flexing is part of your advertisement. It's part of your brand. If you don't, you have to flex. I'm gonna tell you something. So they got some rapper. Her name is Mulatto. Her name used to be Mulatto. Now it's Lotto. She changed her whole name. She got bullied into changing her whole name. They had to change her whole entire branding. First of all, the branding was bad in the first part. So they fucked up from the beginning. Whoever that decided that Brandon was bad. The whole mulatto idea was bad. Okay, it was bad from the rip. All right, it's because she's light skinned, so it doesn't work. If she was dark skinned or brown skinned, it fucking works. But because she's so fair skinned, it just doesn't work. She's a Sag. I'm a Sag. She's dope as shit. Well, I don't know about all that. She's okay. Anyway, I don't have a problem with her. The point is, they bullied her into changing her name. And then apparently she thinks she's ugly. She's not ugly. I mean, she's not like, for me. She's not for me, but she's not ugly. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so apparently they bullied her into changing her name. So now she's not Mulatto no more. She's Lotto. I don't know. I mean, whatever. You might as well just call yourself Sandy at this point. It doesn't make a difference unless the music is good. So shout out to that shit. Anyway, so you just gotta just flex sometimes. So I see her Instagram, and homegirl's always flexing. Like, and then I say, but I don't understand. Like, I'm looking at it myself, and I'm like, but that's the problem with your brand right now. The problem with your brand right now is that you're doing too much flexing. You can't compete with the people that's in your area in their flexing. Your flexing doesn't look as good as their flexing. You have to somehow flex differently. You can't flex specifically the way that they're flexing better than the way that they're flexing. So you need to find a new flex. I don't know what's up with her marketing team. Shout out to those guys, though. Anyway, GT Massive says the music could be hardcore, but keeping it real means balance. So I seen her trying to do her show, and basically it's just chicks in the background actually dancing while she's doing half of what you would expect a much, much, much more seasoned Nicki Minaj to be doing. So she's up on stage and she's not really doing anything. So she might need to do some fucking cardio so she could get up on stage and get real busy with it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say something real quick for everybody that don't know. If you want to be a rapper or some shit like that and get on stage and perform and be running around, you better go get your cardio together, yo. For real, or you're gonna be up there huffing and puffing after a couple of lines. Believe you me, okay? Nobody else told you. You want to go up on that stage and you want to perform for 20 minutes, 34 minutes, 40 minutes straight? You better have your cardio straight. Or you got to do what they do now when I guess the way they do it now, you could just do that when they don't actually, perform, when they just play the song and they just, ad-lib over the top of it. Guess they could do that shit. Just 2.0 said, did someone see Coyle Ray outburst similar to the same thing on IG? She's saying she's tired of her label and is mentally done. First of all, to be honest with you, it looks like they worked Coyle Ray to death. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I get the impression that they worked Coyle Ray to death. I'm just telling you how I feel. I get the impression they worked Coyle Ray to death. To death. She just looks like she's always exhausted. For real, for real. That's why I don't get down on her like we be dragging her. I just think she's going through it right now. I think she needs. Okay, when was the last time Coyle Ray wasn't touring? Coyle Ray feels like she's been touring for over a year now, right? Right? Don't Coyle Ray feel like she's been touring for over a year now? Coyle Ray feels like she's been on tour for over a year now, right? That girl is exhausted, man. Mentally more than anything else. She's young, so physically she's probably there. But mentally, she's probably out of it, man. Just 2.0 says, shake my head. Nobody that turns into an artist and within the first couple of months you want out and want to quit or feels like all type of discouragement, shaking my head. Then all these killing you, how you supposed to be motivated? Yo, it's hard to stay motivated. That's why you got to try to be consistent. And depending on what your situation is, you might not be in a situation where you could be able to operate in a consistent manner. So, I can't really talk about anybody's situation. You understand what I'm saying? Some people, they not in a situation where they could be as consistent as they would be if they was in a more stable situation. You understand what I'm saying? So, when you're not motivated, you need consistency. It's kind of fucked up for an individual who's not in a situation where they can have consistency. And also, in addition to that at this time, there might be lack of motivation, whatever the reason might be. Who wants to be Beyonce? Coyle Ray? God, if she thinks she's shooting that high? Beyonce? She'd be lucky to be, who's the lowest girl on the totem pole? Michelle? Yeah, shout out to her. She could possibly be Michelle's double or triple. I don't even like Michelle. Could Michelle sing? I don't even know why she was there. I think they just really just needed a third person. And they was going on stage and they said, get over here. Then she just stuck. I don't even know. What's the girl named Michelle? I mean, I don't even know. That's the name that came to my brain. I don't even know what the third new girl was. I know that the two of the girls left. One of the girls I thought was super pretty. The brown skin one was super pretty. I thought she was prettier than Beyonce. I think that's probably what the real issue was. I think she was prettier than Beyonce, and her mom's Beyonce moms knew that. I thought she was prettier than Beyonce. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the one I liked. She got kicked off. She got kicked off the team. I was like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. Anyway, I digress. Um, she tried. She's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Also, you gotta understand, the lower your esteem is, the more they have to tell you you have to use somebody that, like, the more they gotta exaggerate. You understand what I'm saying? Why you think they don't need to exaggerate for a Kendrick Lamar? They don't need to exaggerate for a J. Cole. You understand what I'm saying? They don't need to exaggerate for those guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't know what confidence look like. People don't know what confidence look like. You understand what I'm saying? Just telling you. Sometimes people just don't know what confidence look like. They think everything else. People think confidence is loud. Confidence is not loud most of the time. Confidence isn't even always quiet. Confidence is just there. You see it, you know it. It's just that sometimes people see shit that ain't confidence and they think it is. That's the problem. They just. What else y'all want to talk about? We way into the show. This I should have been gave y'all the opportunity to talk about, to bring up topics that y'all want to bring up. Usually we do it about 30, 40 minutes into the show. We already 60 minutes into the show. What do y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I want to say something real quick about whole Soldier Boy situation. Like, nobody else pissed off. Like, can I say something real quick? So, Soldier Boy was going back and forth with dude. Soldier Boy texts to the dude basically some stuff, and he's basically like, he really want to come out and say R.I.P. to young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really didn't mean it like that. Whatever the case is. I want to say something real quick. Soldier Boy might not even be in control of when his music drop. So niggas is pissed off at Soldier Boy about dropping his music. He might not even be in control of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was talking the other day about how Troy Ave, y'all getting kicked out. I already know y'all getting kicked out the room. There's nothing I could do about that. Like, the other day, Troy Ave, we was talking about Troy Ave pushed his album back, but that's because Troy Ave is independent. The brothers being exonerated for killing Malcolm X. Give me 1 second. Troy Ave is independent. Soldier Boy might not even have been able to push his shit back. People might be mad at Soldier Boy over something that he had no control over. See, this is the thing about when you lie. He might not have no control over that. Mocha says the brothers being exonerated for killing Malcolm X. First of all, I want to say this, and I want to be clear about this. There was so many injustices done during that time by this judicial by what they, pardon me. Let me rephrase that. It has been documented that the FBI at that time operated in a manner that some people considered to be hostile to certain demographics. We can't always believe or run with what we've been taught. Not all information is good information. So for years, many people believed that the individuals who went to jail for the murder of Malcolm X weren't necessarily the people who did it or whatever the case was. Some people believe that they were the ones that did it. Them being exonerated now lends to the idea and gives energy to the idea that during that time, the FBI that was operating were actually doing some things that we don't know exactly what they were. Not that we should, because the FBI is a government organization and it shouldn't be broadcasting all of their whereabouts and every fucking thing that they're doing. To be clear. But to be fair, those men lost a big chunk of their lives in order to, as far as we can tell right now, conceal a lie. So if they're exonerated for the murder of Martin Luther King, for Malcolm X, then are we going to actually try to find out who did it? Or is it we just going to leave it at that now? That's what I'm curious about. Does anybody care? Is this a thing that anybody cares about currently? In all fairness. Is this something that anybody cares about? I don't know if it is. It seems like more distractions to me. They let Cal Rittenhouse off, so now that we're going to exonerate the people that involved with Malcolm X. Right? GT Massive said the Freedom of Information Act exposed the feds. Look, listen. Cal Rittenhouse got let off. So they have to give the black people something. They exonerated the people who killed the people who were for for Malcolm X. Pay attention to when politics is happening. Pay attention to when politics is happening. People don't even know when politics is happening, homeboy. This whole entire time, what have I been telling y'all? Don't get upset about the Kyle Rittenhouse and shit, right? I said that, right? Didn't I say that the whole entire time? Don't get upset. There's no reason to get upset about the Kyle Rittenhouse shit. For real, for real. It's not even our fight, man. Don't let nobody fool you. It's not even our fight. Don't let nobody fool you. It's not our fight. And don't say that because those people was there fighting for Jacob Blake. No, there was a lot of shenanigans going on. They really were people that was pulling up at activist rallies and doing crimes. I'm not talking about the activists. All right? There were people who were really showing up to rallies and committing crimes. I'm not talking about the rioters either. I'm not talking about the looters. All right? There was really people pulling up doing crimes. For real, for real. I get it though. I'm supposed to be emotionally trying to engineer you to be super pro-black. So all information that we get needs to be skewed or needs to be delivered in a manner so it's skewed so that we're speaking positively about black people and speaking negatively about anything that's supposed to be going opposition to black people. But that's not my position. They undermine the protest. Yes, GT massive. That's my point. They were undermining the protest. So yes, there were people there that were committing crimes. These are facts. Not just I was literally at the ones in New York. When I tell you that there were people there that was looking like they fit but didn't fit, I'm talking to people and they talking about they're from fucking all the way on the other side of America. And I'm like, really? Why? You're not even with the actual protest. You're just all the way over here in the back. You in America? You in New York vacationing? No, you came here for this specifically. Okay. So I don't know what to tell you, man. That boy got off because it couldn't have went any other way. What y'all want to do? Be right back. Oh shit. I be forgetting to leaving the mic on, and then check this out. I really don't be talking. All I said was numbers is low. I was like, yeah, numbers is low. There's not that many people in here, but I'm assuming everybody wants to talk about the distraction. Shit happens. We gotta stay focused. Um, what y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. If not, I'm gonna let y'all have a good night. It's Friday night. Oh man, my neck. I slept all fucked up on my shoulder. My neck is really tough. Really killing me. What y'all want to talk about, or I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. JT Massett, Just 2.0 says, I remember you went out to the jailhouse in Brooklyn when they had them water and power. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You talking about when the generator? They had an electrical outage at the MDC. Yeah, we went up. We pulled up. That's a fact. When we have resources that allow for us to have time, when I have time, I go pull up to events. When I don't have resources, I can't pull up to events. It is what it is. But yeah, we pulled right up to the MDC. That's a whole fact. They had the shout out to Until Freedom. They was there. Tamika Mallory was there. I remember Yandy Smith. If I recall, they maced her or some shit like that. Like they was gonna arrest her and they maced her. Her husband was in the building. I believe they Mandasi, I don't know how to say his name, or I've only heard it said like once or twice. Anyway, so he was in there. Um, so they was outside. So yeah, yeah, we pulled up on that event, or that protest. But we should be pulling up at things where voices need to be heard and lending our voices to important events. That's important. Interesting. Anyway, I am about to let y'all get up out of here. Anything else anybody want to add? All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna end early tonight. Um, Partly because my neck is really fucked up. My neck and my shoulder really, really fucked up. So partly because of that, and partly because I just want to have an early night. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, morning coffee in the morning, absolutely. I just want to have an early night. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just a little tired. I'm a little wore out. Um, these subjects become exhausting to me, like mentally exhausting. These subjects. I don't. I don't want to talk about Black Death as much as we're forced to. Something gotta happen, y'all. We gotta decide something. We gotta decide what we want to do. Think about it like this: why are diamonds so valuable? Because whenever you have a small quantity of something, how much it's worth increases. Right? Name a demographic on the planet smaller than the Black American. We don't even got our own country, homie. So while people are out here thinking negative about Black people, while people is out here trying to make us feel like we're less, think about that for one moment. Every single thing on the earth is valued by how much of it there is. And whenever there is less of something, that thing that there is less of becomes more valuable. If you got anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they're still here. Also, when we wake up in the morning, one of the things that we want to do is drink water. Hold on. I apologize. Shout out to Bear and shout out to D No Glass. Definitely appreciate y'all guys pulling up to the Cash App tonight. Shout out to Bear and shout out to D No Glass. Definitely appreciate y'all pulling up to the Cash App tonight. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other Hug the kids for me.